G'day, welcome to KAZZA'S Corner and another episode of How Does KAZZA'S Garden Grow? And it's been a while. I've been trying to decide what to do with my seedlings. You see, it's been really bitterly cold the last couple of days and I thought, what am I going to do? If I plant the seedlings, then they're probably not going to survive. Anyway, I thought, why not bring them inside and try them in here? Because it is really quite bitter out there at the moment and I don't really want to be that cold. So, what have I got? Well, I've got what I planted a while ago, which are these little pods, and these are chilies. And I'm going to pop them into this little planter box that I've got here today. And I'm also going to do some new seeds, and then I'm going to show you some of the things that have happened in my garden. It's been pretty fascinating watching some of them grow really well, and the others which are exactly the same, but they're just in about 4 feet further down on my balcony, aren't doing as well. So it's really interesting, even on a really small balcony, the difference between how the plants grow. So what did I derive from that? Well, I figured that it must be about the sun coming in, and by the time the sun comes around, it's a little bit windier, it's a little bit chillier. So the ones that are on the other side aren't so happy. I don't really know. However, it's fine. I'm going to swap them around. Being a balcony, I can move the plants around. So I'm going to experiment a little bit with that as well. I've got some beetroots, some carrots, and some spring onions growing. I've had a bit of a disaster with one of my hydroponics. One didn't work at all. One sort of worked. So right now, I'm going to take these wonderful little chili pods and I'm going to pop them in and pop them in there. And then I'll show you what's happening outside because it's actually quite fun. The great thing about gardening is that you actually plant something from seed, it grows into something like this, then you transplant it into a bigger pot and you watch it grow, and then it grows a crop of fruit, and then you can harvest it and then you can eat it. How cool is that? And that's the thing about gardening. It makes you feel good inside because you're creating something, you're achieving something. It's the same can be said for when you create a project of some sort and you get to the end of it and you go, wow, look at what I've produced. Same can be said for cooking. So gardening is actually really good and it's therapeutic. If you're feeling a little bit low, even if you've got a small house or you don't have a big backyard, if you've even got the tiniest balcony or a window spare, you can still grow things inside. I've successfully grown quite a number of things. I've got orchids growing on the other side over here and a red pony, which I'll show you as well. Now, my orchid, I'd left it alone. I thought it was dead. It's not. It's actually beautifully blooming, which surprised me. I thought, And I've also got these tendrils coming out, which they're looking for another pot to actually filter into so they can keep growing. Now, I've planted, while I was away, I found some organic blackberries, strawberries and raspberries and some organic, baby spinach. So I've got peas in the back because the peas grew so fast last time, and they were these little ones here. Highly recommend those, really easy to grow and they grow really quickly. I couldn't plant them. Now they're quite finicky little buggers. So they're really tiny. I recommend you pop them in the palm of your hand and just with a wet finger touch them and then drop them in. Now you could use tweezers. I was trying to use tweezers. It didn't work for me. The only way I could do it was pop them in my hand. Now I'm hoping that the dirt that's ended up back in those little packets isn't going to strike those seeds, but we'll find out. So that's all that needs doing. So I can pop my lid on now and that one's done. Voila. So when they all strike, I'll do another episode so I can show you. But it's really fun and it's a great thing for kids to do. Or if you need to take your mind off something, watching these things grow and tending them is actually very, very good for you. You're creating something and it's a bit different to watching the darn news, or having to do work. I mean, if you're not working at the moment, set your mind to a task of growing some things. Now, if you haven't got a garden outside, bring your garden inside. You only need the tiniest space. I put this on the edge of a coffee table in the sunshine, then it strikes, then I pop them outside. So we're going to go outside shortly. I'm going to show you what I've been growing. Anyway. Okay, so we're outside on my balcony. It's quite a crisp day, but the sun shines out and I've got a pretty good view from up here. So, what have I done with my garden? Well, here we go. In these ones here, I have the capsicums. I've planted 6 of those in there. Now, they may get a little crowded, so when they get a bit bigger, I'll transplant them into a different pot. And over here, this is where I've been growing my carrots at the back, my beetroots in the middle, and my spring onions. So you can see they're actually doing quite well. Now, I'm going to have a go at digging up one of those. Now, in the back there, have a look at these. These are my sugar snaps, and they're doing really well. So I've got a couple here that I'm growing up the side, and they seem to be quite happy. And then, of course, coming across here, my chili plant's looking like it might be on its last legs, but we never know. And then I've got my tomatoes. They seem to be taking quite a while. Maybe it's not warm enough. I mean, I do get a lot of sunshine out here, and it is protected. And I've got a bean growing up the side there. And in this one here, I've got radishes. I just planted seeds in that one. And coming across here, of course, you've seen my blueberry before. I've got some spinach in this one, another blueberry, and I've got some radishes growing in that one. And again, here is the other pot, which has got the exact same things as bigger pot over there, but they're not doing as well. And in the back, there's my strawberries, or what's left of them, and some radishes. The radishes are actually quite successful. So I might actually see if I've got a radish ready to come up. Oh no, there's a little one. I've got one right there. It's not big enough yet, but we'll just pick him anyway. And then I've got over here my other chili plant, which is starting to sprout again, so we might get another crop out of them. I'll wait and see. And that's about it. So there's my little radish. It's not the biggest, but I thought I'd pick it anyway just to show you. I hope you enjoyed that episode of How Does KAZZA'S Garden Grow? I really had fun bringing it to you. Now, not a lot's changed. Well, you can see I've grown a few things. I'm not ready to pick them yet so I can eat them, but I have had a couple of radishes and I gave those away. And I've had mushrooms, which were really fantastic. And I've also had a huge crop of chilies. Loved every second of it. So I've gotten my hands dirty today. I've put some new seedlings in. Can't wait for those to grow. My sugar snaps should be ready really soon, and they will be fantastic and really yummy. So it can be really rewarding. Just get yourself a small pot, get yourself some seeds, get yourself just a little seedling. It doesn't have to be big, but you will find that it'll actually take your mind off some of the troubles and the woes that are going on around the world right now. Bring your mind back into your proximity and do something rewarding for yourself. Stop listening to all the stuff that's coming around from outside. The only thing that you can control is what's right here in your own vicinity, in your own proximity. And what you can control is your own choices, your own environment. Don't worry about the rest of it. You can't change any of that. Just go with the flow. And if you'd like to know more or see more of my videos, be sure to subscribe and click the follow me at KAZZA'S Corner, and I'll see you next time. And remember to share your smile with someone new or someone that you love every day, because it will really help them feel better. And if you like this video, just send it on to somebody else, and it might help cheer them up as well. Cheerio for now.